Veteran Salute is sponsored by the Devon James Injury Lawyers.
In tonight's Veteran Salute, we introduce you to a Kansas native preparing to mark his 100th birthday.
He served in World War II as a waist gunner on a B-17 bomber. KSN's Derek Lytle shares his story.
Staff Sergeant James Boring was born and raised in southeast Kansas. He moved to Wichita and went to East High before being drafted.
I wanted to be a Marine because all my cousins were, but that quota was filled up. And I wanted to be a paratrooper, and they told me I was too light. They said, all we got left for you is the Army Air Force.
That's when training started.
The training was fine, except my name was Boring.
Spending time on kitchen patrol while learning his mission.
We took a 50 caliber machine gun and cleaned the cosmoline off of them, took them apart, put them together, and must have done it for a week. And then they blindfolded me, and if you could take it apart and put it back together, you passed.
He shipped to England in 1944, serving in the Army 8th Air Force in the 368th Bombardment Squadron, a waist gunner on a B-17 called the Ruptured Duck, flying missions over Germany.
The bad part of flying over those places was they'd shoot flak up at you, and it'd hit the airplane, sound like hail hitting a tin roof.
He spent nearly 2 years in Europe.
And about the end of the war, Germany had jets, and I got to shoot at a jet. And they were fast.
He returned from war in 1946.
And I married my girlfriend that wrote to me while I was in the service overseas.
Then started a new career.
Went to Kansas City and went to electrical school, and the government paid for it. I've been an electrician ever since.
Including wiring runway lights at ICT. Boring's off time was anything but. He'd spend years keeping stats for WSU athletics. He kept active, water skiing.
Weekends we'd go down to Table Rock and have a good time.
Until doctor's orders put an end to that.
When I got to be 90, they made me quit.
Staff Sergeant Boring now keeps busy with his senior bowling league.
After we got through bowling, we'd come to the house here and have dinner, and then we'd play cards for about 3 hours.
And as for how he plans to spend his 100th birthday in November,
I'm going to spend my time in that recliner.
Derek Lytle, KSN News 3.
On behalf of Devon James Injury Lawyers, we're honored to recognize this week's veteran who served our country in World War II on the B-17 as a waist gunner. Mr. Boring, thank you so much for your service. We're excited to present you with a check for $500.
I was proud to serve the country. I thank everybody.
Veteran Salute is sponsored by the Devon James Injury Lawyers.